Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Quantus. That's between my legs-us. Quantus! Hi, how you doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Now, I am standing here next to what I have called my home. This mountain behind me, that you can see in glorious detail, is huge, and I love it, and it's mine. Yes. So, I've claimed it. I put a marker through it for myself there, and I've supplied the coordinates in chat so everybody knows it, and I've even started doing work all the way around it. Check that out, right? It's awesome. It's pretty tall, and it's already like 150 blocks from bedrock. It's 150 on the Y level already before you even get up to the top there. It's crazy, it's massive, it's awesome. And I have started just doing the chilling out, digging around and sorting things out. Like, I've been doing this like platform going all the way around it that you just saw on the map. It's got lots of detail. I was using lots of resources, digging the resources out to use it up. It's got layers of cobble wall and cobble stairs and cobble blocks and all that kind of stuff to make it look like it's supporting out of the side of the mountain, because it goes down a long way still. The side of the mountain, it does this kind of overhanging bit. Get down this far, man. It's not rendering everything in. I think the big problem over here, right? Look at this. This is kind of beautiful, but at the same time, render distance is set to whatever the server is set to. So I've got my my options, my video options, set to 32 chunks, and it's clearly not 32 chunks in that direction because servers get set to a certain amount. So the beautiful scenery that we could be getting is limited by the distance that we're allowed to see based on the server. So yeah, we'll just look down at this bit. We'll just look down rather than out when we're looking around. But I've done this little viewing gallery almost, like a platform all the way around the outside, and it kind of leans into these little overhanging bits. So we've got a large mountainside up to this little stringy bit around here, which sort of shows the base of my base, the base of my base at Y150. The walking around all the outside bits. I've got to do some more jumping up to get up here now. Yeah, and so cobblestone with the jungle wood. Of course jungle wood, because we're from a jungle. So I don't normally like jungle wood texture. I could possibly change the texture. I don't normally like jungle wood texture, but I decided as I was building close to a jungle, it would make sense that there was jungle wood textures in it. And so this goes around, and through the mountain I've dug these corridors to different places. Well, to nowhere at all, really. Just corridors through the mountain, so I didn't have to go round the mountain every time. And started putting some fences up. I'm planning on doing a little bit more to this today. More tunnels going through. A little bit of a step down every now and again, just to add a little bit more interest over these kind of awesome scenic areas, which of course I can't see anything beyond there. Maybe I'll have to build a mountain in that bit there just so I can see the edge of this like canyon area. It's alright when it's not going that far away, when it doesn't have a border edge. I don't know. And then we've got a little bridge over here, and this bit, I don't know, it just seems like it needs a water feature going there, so I've got a bridge that comes over in front of the water feature. We keep going around. It goes all the way around at this Y50. More tunnels going through. Little areas where I'll be able to build stuff and set things up and do things. As you can see, I ran out of fences. Lots of area underneath as well for doing farms and stuff and things. All sorts of bits and pieces everywhere. Lots of more corridors through. That's my entrance over there. Through this little tip, instead of going round this final overhangy bit and making the overhang look a bit odd, I decided to stop and go through it and then out to the other side. I've got a stairwell that goes down. It's a very, very simple 2x2 stairs going all around. I'll probably make it better at some point, but it goes straight down to the platform below, so if I fell off I could literally just get into the stairwell below and climb up. There's a stairwell below, and just climb up into it again when I fell off this area. And round here there is a few more bits and pieces that will start loading in, but again, it only loads in so far, so we get that corner edge of that piece over there, and then blankness. The valley there looks really nice, really nice. If I could see for further, it would be nice. Nicer from up here. That's the difference, I think, with having amplified on a server. You have to have the view distance higher in order to make the most of it. And then, of course, you're really ripping the server by asking it to do so much rendering all the time. But hey-ho. Swings and roundabouts, we'll be doing most of our work inside the mountain anyway. The outside of the mountain is just for show. There's somebody who's built a little garden up there. I don't know whose that base is yet up there, and I haven't been over to say hi and see whose it is. Just been working on coming round the edges here, leaving plenty of space to carry on doing stuff on the mountain, but keeping this nice little platform that goes all the way around. As this is my tree farm area, so I'll be getting some more fence posts down soon enough, and we'll work on some more of this today, because I wanted to work on this to start off with. With this mod pack, we've got different eras. At the moment, we're in the coal era, and the only mods that are kind of unlocked in the coal era, they add on to vanilla and add on a little bit of building work. Let me just stand here looking at my name, or I'll turn around so you can see me next to my house. While I just go through the list that I've got on the other screen here. We've got in the coal era, which link in the description if you want to go and have a look at this page yourself. ArchitectureCraft, which I've never heard of before. Bagginses, make some bags. Chisel, make chisel blocks. Chisel and bits, make little chisel blocks. Druidry, to get all of the like extra sticks and things from trees and all that foraging stuff. Fairy lights, never played with that, but looks interesting. Gravestones, simply for when we die. Melissa's doors, awesome, that's good. Pam's Harvest Craft, plenty of food. Quark even, by Vazki. The lots of vanilla type blocks that should really be in the game but aren't mod. Sleeping bag, for when you're out and about. Platforms, cooking for blockheads, better builders wands, flat coloured blocks, and then all the normal things like journey maps, just enough items and all those kind of bits and pieces. Got simple dimensions, which is possibly where the mining dimensions come from. Covers, Walia, and all that kind of stuff. So it's all very, very basic, but all designed around being able to build in the early stages. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, really. It's a vanilla building stage in the coal era. There's not really a lot of tech for me to start working on. There's not really a lot of automation for me to do. There is one thing that I want to do right now, though. This is why I've cut back in for today's episode. I did a bit of mining in the mining age. Got myself a little bit of diamonds, as you can see. Diamonds, I think I got 3, 6, 8. Yeah, got 8 diamonds, made myself a set of tools. Already nearly killed the diamond pick. It's crazy. Yeah, there's lots of things, but I'm going to start with the building side of things. And I think the first mod on the list is this. Architecture mod. And I've never played it before. I've never played with it before. But I have seen that Thorgal has already been doing some stuff with it. Let's get those, and yeah, we'll get those as well. He's already been playing with it. He's already done a few bits and pieces, and I wanted to see about it myself. Now, I thought, hey up, this is a machine. You need a machine for this. It's a saw bench. So you've got to make the individual parts of a saw bench. Interesting. But they're not actually that difficult to make. They're not really that difficult to make at all. And the tools aren't really that difficult to make. I've got to find some orange dye. And yellow and green or orange. And I haven't done that yet, I don't think. Yeah, I think we need to get on with that orange dye first. Let's have a quick wander about here. I've got the yellow. I've been picking flowers up as I've been going, so we'll get the yellow dye. And if I can find a red or an orange flower quickly, please be a red flower, just lying around somewhere down here. It needs to be close by. I don't want to go running off forever. I suppose while we're over here looking for a red flower, we can have a look at the other bases over here that have started. I made my way from the village over there where we originally headed to in episode 0. Red flowers there. if there's not any on the top here. And that is Link's platform, and I can't remember who. Link said in his video who was building next to him. But that is Link's platform there, because I've already seen the coordinates in chat for that one, so I know that one's that. And they're building together in this area, and then when I was here, sort of marking their coordinates on my map. Give me that. Thank you. Marking their coordinates on the map, like so. Let's put these together, make an orange. Yes, good. Right. I spotted this huge mountain thing. I actually spotted this bit first and thought maybe that could make in a castle. But then I saw the one behind it. The one behind it rendered in. And that is where we're going to live. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's kind of sheltering itself and most of it from what they're going to be building down here in this valley. And I like that there's lots of hanging gardens and things and awesome bits and pieces that are going to be happening around here. I really like the idea of it all. I just wish that we could render a little bit more distance. And I suppose it doesn't matter when you're down in the ground, as it were, doing various like things down there. Like in there, when you've surrounded in a bowl of the terrain and it doesn't go anywhere, there's nowhere to see through, you're all within your chunk render. But when you get to the top, like this, one of these places, and you look out, your limited view is limited to the chunk rendering distance. And that is strange. But anyway, I've also been moving these up here. Let's take some again. For those of you that don't know, you shift and left click. Instead of just breaking them like that, yeah? Which I didn't really want to do, did I? But I did it. You shift left click and punch it. And then you can carry it around and replace it. They always grow in the blocks immediately around them. So they spread into the blocks immediately around them. So I'm kind of doing this as my food source, my food supply. Come along and get them like this. Wait for them to maneuver, grow out from there, and then replant them elsewhere again so they can grow a bit more of a field. And twice now I've broken my field when I should have been just letting you imagine for yourselves what's going on. And then I'll throw all of the food away in there. Okay, good. Right, so let's see. A chisel thing. It actually is an architect's chisel. Can I make one? Yes, I can. I get no achievement get or anything. Architect's hammer requires 2 more. I'll do the hammer a bit later. I don't know what the hammer does, so I'll focus on making the table first. I think that's a more important is to make the table and see what blocks we can make, because I think the blocks are where it's at, really. There's that. We can make one of those. And there's that. We can make one of those. And then there's that. We can make one of those. Yes, architect's table. Let's put that in here. Why not? It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So it's a cool render. I like that. I even like that it's got little etchings on this texture here, down here on the wheel. That's quite nice, isn't it? So do I get a GUI? I get a GUI. Wow. Look at all these different shapes and things we can do. I mean, there was carpenter's blocks, and I thought for like a start with a slope here, the architectural block, that it was kind of like a carpenter's blocks and chisel mod. But look at all these things. This is cool. So we've got roofing. We've got roofing outer corner. We've got roofing inner corner. We've got gabled roof ridges, hip ridges, gabled roof valleys. Yeah, all of these. Roof overhangs. Now that's something I want to try out. These overhanging roof things, right? Because what I was thinking was around this edge here, having kind of like the walkway, but actually having a roof over the walkway, which is where the fence posts were coming into it. I was going to do fence posts up and then onto a roof. So I'm walking inside a roofed area that's pinned onto the entire outside edge of the mountain, like an area like that. So this little overhanging roof section would be awesome. There's also rounded versions of things, which, again, awesome. Classical. Wow, look at these pillars and things. Look at those ancient pillared structures. That'd be quite nice for my doorway, I guess. And little triangular bits. Windowed edges, like square windows and window frames to put into each other. Awesome. Proper arches. Nice. Can we do anything into that? we can do that. Okay, we can make wood into arches. That's interesting. Can I get some cobble? Let's get some cobble. So I would like to do some arches on the inside. Let's get some cobble. And some more of this. Yep. We'll see what we look like here. I'm going to close my front gate as well, because I don't want things walking in on me. And we've also got railings. Oh, railings. So I don't need to do the fence posts. I could do railings. Ooh. Banister, transition, banister, fancy corners. Let's see. Can I... It makes 2. Let's make some of these and see what they look like on the edges. Let's get some of that. Right. Let's get a stack of stuff in here. We've got this. Is this different? Fancy corner, fancy straight bit. Let's get us some fancy straight bits. What's this? Fancy with newel. Fancy newel. Oh, okay. So we go fancy newel. We'll get some of those. We'll get some of these here as the posts that go up from those newels. And what's this? Fancy banister top transition. Let's get some of those as well, just to see if we can do anything there. Fancy banister bottom transition. Let's get some of those. So we've got transitions down the railings as well. And let's go and see what these look like on this. Instead of using the fence posts, which I've made tons of, and thinking I was going to do it, I hadn't actually seen inside this thing yet. So I don't know. Oh, okay. Can we swap it round with a chisel maybe? Is there like a thing? I've obviously never done this before. Nope. We can't do that. Can we chisel a block? So what was it doing then? What was it doing? There's a fancy progression thing. Shift clicking it? No. I don't know what this does. I don't know what the chisel does. Maybe I can chisel something into something else. No, doesn't look like it there either. Okay, so I guess we'll just have to break them and replace them. There we go. So that's now... it's going to be a lot better than the fences in a way, I guess, because they're on the edge. Why did you change direction? That's a novel new way of placing blocks. There we go. So we kind of have this going around the outside edge now, which is going to look good. It's going to look good all the way around. And I wanted to kind of bring it up every now and again so that I could have another one of these rails on top. And I believe that's what these things are going to be for. So let's see. Does this go on top neatly there? Yes, it does, right? And then I would put another corner on there. Is it going to let me? Is it going to let me? Let me put it on there. I want to put it on top. I want to put it on top of that one. Nope. There we go. Right, take this out again. Oh, this is going to take a lot of building work. Right, and then, hi Grok. Grok's here. Hi. I want to sleep the rain off. I can't see anything in the rain. I want to sleep the rain off. Rain, go away. Come back another day. Grok, hi. How you doing? I'm playing with new stuff, and it's going to take a lot of work to figure this out. I'm conscious that I don't want to waste my video time with you today. That's going to be difficult as well, isn't it? Adding that onto there. Maybe the hammer is an important stage, so we can get something else. West of me. Where's Grok? Aha! Hi, Grok. So that's Grok's base. Hi. Hi, neighbour. Yeah. Close enough. Hi, neighbour. Didn't know that was his, but there you go. Now we've learned something new every day. He's got a little mountain range next to mine. Good. That's good. Nice to have good neighbours. Everybody's got to have good neighbours, haven't they? Oh, man, this is going to be hard work placing, but at least I don't have to chisel and bits the whole thing. I wonder if I could make it easier by doing something like this along the edge, and then placing them on like that. There we go. Yes. Oh, I was bound to get one of them wrong. This is going to take a long time. A long time. And and they seem to go wherever you point at them. I've got to get used to how they fix. There we go. How they fix themselves to the walls and stuff. I would also like to figure out these transitional pieces. See what they're like. So let's try that now. We've got the top of the banister here. If I put it on there, it brings it down like this, yes. And then we bring the bottom of the banister from there onto this. There. No, that goes too high again. That's like a block and a half in comparison. That's like yeah, that like goes up a block, and this goes down a half a block. Okay. See, can I put it in here? Wow, this is going to be so intricate when it comes down to it. I'm placing it facing towards me. I want to do it here. There. Oh, it's joined up to that one now. Okay. Not exactly then. Let's take this one out here. And let's try again with the bottom there. No! Turn around. And be good. Oh, man. Maybe I need to have something for it to transition into. All the lots of figuring out. Nope. I think I need the hammer to be able to turn them around. Let's see, can I tell it which way to go, please? I want to tell it which way to go. So it looks like it's coming down the right height there. But at the same time, I think I need another middle transition or something to go on here. I think I need another transitional piece, bringing it down halfway. Was there a block that was halfway down? Like there was the top, and that comes halfway down. This is going to be very, very difficult to sort out. Doesn't look like there's half a bit. Fancy bottom transition, end banister, banister bottom, banister transition, fancy banister, plain. Oh, I'm going to have to do some more playing around with this. There's also different steps and corners and bits and pieces we can do, and I want to test out this roofing to go on top. So that's kind of the next bit that I want to test out. I don't know if I need to do a different colour though. I think I was planning on doing it all in Junglewood anyway, so I think I may just do it straightforward in Junglewood and get a couple of these roof tiles as well. And mess around a bit more with the transitions of the banisters and stuff a bit later on. But I kind of wanted that treehouse feel going around it to start off with a strong stone base, and then maybe build up something like a castle on the inside. I think I'm going to need to take a commercial break and just check out what I can do around here, and just see if I can figure it out and do some more building fairly quick, just so I've got some more to show you today in this episode. See now, do you go the wrong way? Of course. Can you go the right way if I do it this way around? No. Can you go the right way if I do this way around? No. Okay, so it joins onto something. Oh man, so many things to consider, so many considerations to make. Let's see. I wasn't planning on doing it much higher than that, to be honest. Yeah, I've got to do some playing around with this and get it right. And I will be back in a little bit with some finished product. It went upside down. Oh. Well, I think with the combination of vanilla, this, yeah, ArchitectureCraft. Not these though. These just don't look right. The cylinders, I don't know what, they don't look like actual tree logs. Maybe there's a thing that I have to do to them to make them look better than that. But they look okay for round tree trunks, but it didn't feel right going across the top there. It is slowly but surely getting into what I'm expecting it to be. I'm still going to have to mess around with it for ages, and then it's really fiddly to place the blocks as well. It's really fiddly to place them where you want them. The chisel doesn't seem to do anything, so if you know what the chisel does, let me know in the comments down below. And the hammer does turning them round, so I can place them, lots and lots of them, and do all these inner and outer corner bits and roofing stuff and things like that, and change them around with a hammer to fit. There's a little issue over here with these uprights that I've got. This section here, right? Fancy banister with balustrade, even with newel. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Newel. This is a fancy corner, and this is a tall newel. And I can't get a newel, a fancy newel, to fit in the middle of. As you can see here, this is kind of like middle of. I can't get it to fit. It always wants to go on a corner of, which is okay for the corner pieces like this, but it won't go on a corner of. I can change it with a simple right click. I can move it from all the different corners. With a shift right click, I can start turning it round and then moving it around all the different corners, right? And a shift right click and I can turn it around that way. Shift right click and I can turn it around back to that way again, and it goes back to the corners. But in no way, shape or form is it ever in the middle. And so that's a problem. That's a problem with doing this thing that I was going to do here, going through to the middle there. And where did I go? Give me back. It's quite expensive. Well, I suppose not really that expensive. It's quite expensive, but not really that expensive. And this little bit here, I've got to figure out what I'm doing there. And I thought about just using the taller version of the newel. Like that, because then it goes inside. It just clips slightly, but once we've got these going around the outside properly as well, like I'll put these cut-ins around here as well. I think actually that's going to have to be a cut-in, isn't it? Oh man, this is so complicated, and I'm having fun doing it, but it's so complicated doing it. And can I shift it there and then bring it? No. Okay, wrong one. That's supposed to be on the outside then. So I've got to use this one, fancy corner piece. I should have realised that really, shouldn't I? Let's do there and then turn it round that way. That's kind of what we're after. Yeah, and then that tall newel goes and sits inside it. Yes, that works. Okay, we're getting there. It's going to take me a lot of practicing and messing around and trying to figure it all out. Slowly but surely, going around all these corners and edges, it's going to come together. Still looks better than stairs, doesn't it? Doing Minecraft stairs up and over, it's going to look better than that. It's looking okay with just like 2 coming down here. What's that doing, changing around? Oh yeah, another one changed shape. I didn't hammer you into a different shape, did I? When did I hammer you into a different shape? When I was pressing the newel. There. There, is that you? Yes. See, it takes like 4 hits. With carpenter's blocks, they used to kind of fit, and you'll be able to change them around by shifting and scrolling through when it's in your hotbar. But this one, I'm getting a little time getting used to it, how it works and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to take me a lot of time, but I do like the effect it's giving. I mean, all the way around the outside here, when I was using the fences, I was using the same amount of block space, but this has aligned itself to the edge of the block instead of the center of the block. I could have done the same sort of thing with chisel and bits, but it wouldn't have been as curved, as rounded. These are much more rounded than I could have done with chisel and bits. And I wanted to have this gangway all the way around the outside of what will be my castle. My home is my castle. I was thinking with the different eras and stuff, let's come over here and stand and have a little chat before the end of the episode. With all the different eras and stuff that we've got going on in this mod pack, that I would build up into a very high-tech base. But to start with, in the first era, we're going to build something that would have been potentially built in the first era. Some kind of big castle-like structure up on this mountain, a jungle castle, kind of jungly themed, which is where these walkways are coming in, kind of jungly themed walkways, almost like you would see in a tree house, maybe a tree house or tropical beach type huts, those kind of things. But anyway, doing some kind of castle-like mountain structure here, and then start filling that castle full of technology as the eras go forwards. So we go through the magic era, and during the magic era, the castle would be used for magic. During the technological eras, oh, it's rain started. technological eras, we would use it for technology, like some scientific experiments and stuff. I don't know exactly how it's going to work just yet, but that is my initial thought in episode 1. Thank you very, very much for watching. Some more Quantus. I will see you in the next very